I'm here with Ephraim and Pavel. These are two of the general partners from TechGrind Thailand. Ephraim, can you tell us a little bit about TechGrind?
Yeah, sure. So TechGrind is actually multiple things. It started out as a organization of startup founders to get together and collaborate to help build our startup ecosystems in Asia. It's now Asia's largest startup founder organization. We're from Beijing all the way down to Australia. And here in Thailand, we've set up the first technology incubator in Southeast Asia. So we're a private technology incubator, and we have 900 square meters space here in the middle of Bangkok. 300 square meters space with event venue, which we're doing a big event today, SeedStarsWorld, and then 600 square meters of office space right here. And what we basically do is we incubate companies for 18 months, give or take how much they need. We give them an incubation package of $250,000. It's actually worth a little bit more right now. And we take 7% equity in those companies for the incubation package, and we work them towards seed investment. And then we invest between $100,000 and $1 million US into these companies for an additional equity round. So once our goal with this incubator is to basically get startups from idea to Series A. So that's the breadth of what we're solving with the startup ecosystem, the tech startup ecosystem here in Southeast Asia. We're basically the idea to Series A incubation system here. So
great. Pavel, can you tell us what kind of startups are you running through your incubator right now?
Yeah, sure. So right now we have 10 startups incubated here with TechGrind. 4 of them are actually selected and will be pitching today at the SeedStarsWorld. So just a few words about each one of them. TopDocs, which is an online platform connecting patients and doctors for medical tourism. As you understand, Thailand is quite a big, probably player number 1 in medical tourism, all kinds of surgeries going on. Number 2 would be Pimlo, which is cloud accounting system. Speaking of, let's say, QuickBooks or FreshBooks or Xero, but for the Asian market specifically. Oh My George, which is a Forex training system with virtual as well as real money. And also Bamboo. Bamboo is a translation software with also a lot of artificial intelligence and natural language processing. So all of those 4 will actually be pitching and presenting in Thailand, and hopefully one of those will go to Switzerland.
Oh, great. And that sounds great. So what do you feel about the ecosystem, the startup ecosystem in Thailand?
Well, the ecosystem in Thailand doesn't really exist yet. I mean, there's a lot of buzz about it, there's a lot of talk about it, there's a lot of enthusiasm, which is really good to see. There have been some startups that have individually built their own things, people like the Surreal brothers that have built Insogo and things like this. So those are some of the things that we saw. I've been here 3 years, and those are some of the things that I saw when I first came out here that really surprised me and actually made me interested in investigating the space and actually staying out here. Because this is the fastest growing market in the world. It's one of the largest markets in the world as well, and it's very undeveloped. So you've got this huge market with huge demand that's ever growing, and there's no supply for the demand of those solutions for the problems that exist. The problems out here are also fairly unique. So you sort of have to be here to be able to solve the local problems. But then you can create products that solve the local regional problems for this market, can scale regionally, can scale globally, and you can create billion-dollar companies here. So that's what we're basically here to do. We're here to build the next Googles and Facebooks and the next unicorns of the tech world. So
it's a very good place to be. Yeah, and we're all very excited building here, helping entrepreneurs locally.
Now, I understand that you guys are doing an investor lab. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we just ran the first official investor lab under our label. We ran one. We helped another entity out of Europe run a very similar format about a year ago, and we decided to set this up ourselves to have a more local take on it because they didn't return. So basically, we set up an investor syndicate. I don't know if you're familiar with what syndicates are, but there's multiple ways that people will invest in early stage ventures, such as angel investing, micro VC, full VC, things like this. Syndicate is another one of these models whereby multiple investors come together. There will be somebody that does the deal flow hunting, the paperwork, and the process, due diligence, and so on, and they will be the lead of the syndicate, which basically leads the investors to make investment deals together as a group. So we have set up a syndicate so that we can have an avenue for everyone out here that wants to do investment. And there's a lot of people out here that want to do investment. We meet people all the time that want to do investment. The biggest problem is that most people out here don't have experience doing startup investment, so they make bad investments because they don't know the process of it. And there's a lot of tricky things, and it's a very unique investment type to do with specifically startup early stage venture investing. So we lend our expertise since we're very experienced in this, and we do the due diligence, we do the paperwork behind the investment, we lead the investment. We bring in other people, and we have a very open format with this so that more people, basically anybody, can join us, and we explain to them how it works, and if they want to get into a deal, they get into a deal. We were just actually doing a deal about an hour ago. So a 60K really small pre-seed deal, and that's basically what our investment syndicate is based on. It's based on small pre-seed investment deals. That's how we're starting out, and then we'll get into the full seed stage investment deals with it as we get more investors and it matures and things like this. So we run this workshop for this investor syndicate every 6 months. We might start running it every 4 months, depending on demand. And we basically share knowledge, and we talk about all of the different aspects of investing, so everybody can share their knowledge and learn what investing is about, the finance part of it, the technology part of it, the legal part of it, and all of these things. And then we actually bring 2 startups in and we do a deal with them. So that's part of what we're following up with right now, because we just did this workshop last Saturday. So we're starting out with pre-seed investments with that. It'll follow on maybe next year into full seed rounds with that, maybe up to $1 million US full seed rounds. And it's a good way for everybody to be able to learn how to invest, and then everybody can invest together.
All right, great.
So yeah.